Jersey Shore fans, we've got baby mama drama!
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, Jersey Shore fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, Jersey Shore, the greatest of all the greatest reality shows in the history of television. I'm Keven Undergaro. Next to me is Morgalicious. Morgalicious or no?
Morgalicious.
It's
I like it. Yes.
Is it
yes.
Morgalicious or
Yes.
no?
I don't know. It's Morgalicious.
Listen, the fans were not happy with some of our names, so I want to get it right. So, Morgan, what is your Guido name?
It is Morgalicious. Ooh, you say it rolls right off the tongue.
Okay, let's go down the table. Your name, Stacey.
I'm Stacey. I guess I'm Staycation, but I kind of want a different name.
All right, what do you want for a name? You know, there is a Guido translator, you guys.
There is an app. I'm going to find it for you guys.
If we have anyone in the chat room, let's run Stacey through the app, the Guido app, if we find it. Okay, Nakia, now you're the most controversial one.
I know.
I had the NAACP reach out to me.
Facts. A lot of people weren't really happy about my name. But shout out to you guys for noticing that. But I did pick that name. But I think I'm just going to go with my Instagram name, Kiki Boom Boom, for now.
Kiki Boom Boom. You know, if you were in Floribama or Jersey Shore, that's what they would have said anyway.
Yes. Kiki Boom Boom.
Kiki Boom Boom. It is
yeah.
easy to remember. Guys, another amazing episode. I feel like, do you think we took a little break?
Yes.
From this and maybe next week we're gonna hit that,
Yeah, we took a breather this week.
I agree. I feel like it had hit such a high, it couldn't keep going high. It had to take a little dip. It's still entertaining, but I think next week we're gonna take a dip up.
See, I think we're gonna hit another dip next week, and then it's gonna come. I think so. Stace, what do you think?
I thought it was a little slow this week. I thought we got more from like Ronnie's Instagram this past week than we got from that. I wanted to see more drama.
I like that though. I like when reality shows do that because, like Morgan said, it was so high. You kind of have to bring us down a little bit to kind of surprise us because a lot of scripted shows do that and bang, hit us with something
big. And then
big.
you get hit. Yeah, you get hit. Let's start with situation. By the way, we're going to go over Sitch versus Ronnie. We're going to go over Vinny cheating. The girls really seem to be having their own committee and very strong thoughts on Ronnie's situations. And, we're going to talk about whether they're right and wrong about that. Then, of course, Jen and Ronnie. And we end with Mom Jenny going after her most dysfunctional son, Ronnie. And we have inside information, more news and gossip. Fan shout-outs and more. Okay. Situation versus Ronnie, you guys. Now, what was it? Now, as I said last week, I had cracked the case on Situation. It's not an alien that's taken his body. He's been put under hypnosis like the movie Get Out. So what's that syndrome called?
The sunken place.
He's in the sunken place. There's some dude out there that just desperately wanted to be like a Guido so bad that, he had the money, he spent it, took the Sitch's body. Because to me, Sitch is he's on the higher road here. Your thoughts?
He's really normal, and I love that he is. What are his new names? We have the Situation.
St. Michael or St.
Michael. Incarceration. He's Pope Mike.
The designation.
I love it. But I do think it's weird because we know Mike in the Situation for being kind of problematic, and we're not used to this Mike. So to see Mike being the only functional one, the only one with a great relationship on the show, it's kind of scary.
It's a little awkward.
I'm telling you, he's in the sunken place. How do we get him out?
You have to either take the flash photo or get the teacup. Snooki JWoww has to do the teacup.
We have to get words in them. Or maybe they want him in the sunken place.
He's been a good Mike.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna stay like this there's gotta be one small blow up. He has to have He almost hasn't talked that much this season. I feel like there's gotta be one little ticking time bomb. I thought it was gonna be today. I thought he was gonna say something to Ronnie and we didn't even get that. So.
I wanted him to say something to Jen.
I think it's gonna happen.
Took a deep dig.
Yeah, that was uncalled for.
So let's talk about that. So let's start with Ronnie poking at him. Team Sitch, Team Ronnie in terms of this little
Team Sitch.
Team Sitch, 100%.
Team Sitch.
Wow, how times have changed.
Because
it's
like
changed.
Ronnie is going back and he's telling Jen, the girlfriend, all of the drama and the juice, and you can't do that. And he's taking so many digs at Mike, and Mike has literally been sitting there quiet. And I think Ronnie's doing it because he's like, this is a new guy. He's not going to say anything to me.
And can we have a shout out for Mike serving everyone dessert?
Yes.
Right?
The cutest, and he just loved his funfetti cake.
He's
he said it's his favorite.
And this was the best part part of Mike in earlier seasons that he did really cook. He took pride in his cooking. Like this when he was at his best, even in his oxy phase.
He's a good guy, but I do think because he's so nice, when you keep poking that bear,
It's gonna explode.
It's gonna explode.
And
I think it's gonna be on Ronnie.
Wow, he's gained some weight.
Whoa.
Well, you know,
I mean,
he
good
wears
for
it
him.
well.
I think he does wear it really well.
But he's gained weight for sure.
But honestly, you eat, you be happy. He's in a happy place.
Well,
you
yes.
do whatever you
Listen,
want.
Listen, he said it. I've given up drinking. I've given up smoking. He's like, so I love eating. Please don't take food away from Big Daddy.
Big Daddy Sid.
And I think that's probably been the replacement, but I've seen it be replaced where someone's gained 100 pounds.
Yeah.
He's gained a little weight. He's fine.
I think he still looks good.
And I think so too. And I think he'll find his balance. I will say, to 100% to your point, when you are in that place and everyone's drinking around you, smoking around you, and you're being tempted that much and you're resisting, you're
Like coping, kind of.
His defense mechanisms are going to be severely reduced. He's totally going to snap. That's very astute from you guys.
Living for it.
And what do we think about Jen taking the dig at him?
I didn't like
Jen,
that.
Ronnie's,
I feel like he's so nice. He's like that nice person, and people just like jab at him, and he's become like. And Ronnie and Jen are on the opposite spectrum of situation. Like Taupe's super unhealthy, just a mess.
I think Jen felt uncomfortable. I think she was the new one, and I think it was the easiest thing for her to do. She didn't know what to say. I mean, the whole dinner table was silent, so she took the easy route and was like, I'm going to make a dig. People will laugh at me.
Yeah, but when you're a stranger,
You can't do it. You can't do that.
This is a family. You cannot do that.
Let's back up. It's a family. It's the first outsider to a family dinner in Italian culture. It's crazy. So and so let's be inside of her for the moment and know that haven't you guys ever been nervous and said, by the way, having a famous wife, I will be at functions and I'll be nervous and I'll say the stupidest things. But you know what? Can you see that? So
I can see
100%.
So do we think she brought it up because she was nervous and said something stupid, or is this the only way she can kind of bond with Ronnie to show her solidarity?
I think
think
Ronnie
so.
has been pillow talking with her and basically talking really bad about Mike.
I agree, and so that's what I'm saying. Is this her moment to be? I got your back.
Yes, I'm ride or die, baby.
For
I'm
you.
here. But I think it made it worse because Ronnie has been digging at Mike the whole time.
Of course it did.
So they all looked at it like, girl, he was just here with French fry.
But she didn't know that.
doesn't know
Yeah.
it.
I know that.
She doesn't know. So
And
I think, she's trying to bond with her boo.
And also, who are you? Like, you just came into this group. We've been around for like what? Years, almost 10 years.
We don't mess with the family.
You guys, what do we know about her past?
Ooh, I was.
You bring that up, Stacey.
Researching about her, she was a stripper before. So
So it's like she was home when they went to the strip club.
I know. So they could have said like a dig there and that.
But they chose, or do they know? I mean, I feel like this cast probably isn't Googling
wait a
Ronnie's
second.
girlfriend.
I think they would know.
They would have.
They all people love gossip. Yes.
Do you think that's why they went to the strip
I
club?
don't
Maybe
know.
that's a dig.
I don't
feel
know.
like Ronnie would tell them that just because I think he feels like it's cool. Like, yeah, my girl used to be a stripper.
He's a middle school
You know?
boy. He'd be like, yeah, my girl stripped. Like, she stripped for me.
But he's also a loose cannon, guys, and he could be like old traditional Italian too.
Yeah.
And so, what do you? I mean,
And that's why, like, the digs he made at her, remember when he was saying, like, on his Instagram, like, you leave a...
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
You leave her in the gutter where you left.
mean. Oh.
But they... Okay,
ahead.
nothing against strippers, but they like these kind of girls. That's their, like,
Yeah.
all these guys, I feel like.
I mean,
There's a
look
lot
at
of them.
Vinny at the strip club.
We love
They look
strippers.
good.
We
They
love
look
them.
good.
So, I mean,
You
can't
don't
hate.
get. I think with strippers though, here's the interesting thing is what I've noticed from strippers is that they're getting so much crazy attention, right?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, they see the absolute worst in mankind.
Yes.
So it's cheating boyfriends, cheating husbands, saying all sorts of crazy shit to them. Some who probably would be willing to like save a stripper, which we'll talk about later, and take them away, and others who are just talking shit to get their rocks off for the night, whatever the case is. So most strippers that I've seen are kind of hollow inside because of what that vibe.
What you see.
It's
So
rough.
it's really interesting. So I wonder if she's not damaged.
I
if there's a,
wonder. They've only been together for 7 months before she got pregnant. So just like he said, I'm with someone who I barely know. Because we were saying, like, what do they even talk about?
Well, it's like they don't talk. It's
Wow.
at dinner and it's crickets.
Well, listen, we're going to talk about their dinner later. For now, let's do some fan shout outs. So I'll just say, for you people listening to us on iTunes, please continue to rate and comment. I know someone commented that you didn't like the guy that yells at the beginning of the show. I can't help it. I get excited. It's my favorite show. It's my favorite show in the entire world. But please give us a 5-star rating and leave your comments there. We love that. If you're watching, do the same. Leave your comments on our YouTube page and give us likes. And Morgalicious, who you want to say hi to this week? What fans?
All right, so on YouTube, you guys are awesome. I literally, as soon as I go home, I get on YouTube and I look to see what I can comment back. So Blazer Amanda, she actually commented back that we made a comment that we thought Pauly was aware of the cameras following him because we don't see him acting that crazy. And she said she agrees that Pauly is more cautious on TV, which, girl, I think you're onto something. And then Amanda commented also on YouTube and said, Ronnie is a mess. It is so annoying to watch, but I am here for it. Girl,
Same.
aren't we all, Amanda? We are here. But then we also have some shout outs of iTunes. We also love you guys. So Grateful Sarai said, I love to hear others' opinions on all things Jersey Shore. These folks put a lot of fun and passion into making these shows with good research and insider guests. I have learned a lot about the show and how others view this cultural phenomenon. Much love to you all.
Much love back to
We
you.
love you, girl. Thank you so much.
Guys, please keep bringing it, and we'll keep bringing it right back to you. Pauly, you got to remember, like, that is a multi-million-dollar brand he has to protect. And I know I'm stepping away from our format a little bit, but Juliet, you saw Pauly D this weekend in Vegas, correct? Can you expand?
I did. It was lots of fun. It was great seeing him in the flesh and all in action. And if there's any doubt in anybody's mind on his relationship status, he is 100% single. That was very apparent during this little
How many
session.
people were there?
A lot of people were there. It was a huge crowd. It was at this club, Dre's.
And it's a daytime gig for him.
Daytime pool party that's very frequented by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know what I thought? So as I was saying, he definitely is single because he was screaming like, "I'm single. If you're single too, make some noise."
Whoa! Wow.
Pauly D.
But you know what I was most surprised about is that usually at these pool parties they'll have celebrities per se, and they just show up, do a song or two, and kind of walk away. He was there for almost an hour, fully doing a DJ set. He was really doing this gig and giving it his all.
Yeah, but remember, Juliet, it's like David Copperfield and all these other people. That's his full-time job. And my question is, I don't know if you can answer it, is how often and how many times does he do that? Like, he may do that 3 days a week, 4 days a week. He might do it a few times a day. Did you know?
He does do it quite a bit. I don't know how frequently, but what I do know is that in comparison, for instance, at this pool party, there is Trey Songz, who is a rapper, R&B artist. He went on and sang 3 songs. And what I'm saying is that usually these celebrities go in and they get paid big bucks, and like you're saying, they do that once a week, and they just do a few songs. He was really working.
Yeah, but I wonder if he doesn't have a residency. Do you know what I mean by residency?
I don't think he has a residency.
Like he's there.
You don't think so?
I think he
does somewhere.
I think he
Morgan.
does. I think it's at Dre's. I think
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we gotta
I
go.
think I was reading that his residency, he gets paid millions to play at Dre's.
Yeah.
At Dre's?
Yeah.
You know,
So I wonder if that's weekly.
It's a grind. I remember being spending some time with David Copperfield, and got to see his life there for a bit. Right, and I will say to do the same show over and over again. I mean, he's older. I mean, Pauly's still a young guy. I don't know. It's hard, you guys.
Really?
Seems like a lot.
Well, it's hard. It's very hot out there, and you talk about like a toxic environment. Now, fun toxic. We love it.
I
It's the
would
kind of
live for
toxicity
it.
we
I'm here
want.
for it.
But every single day, it's a bit of a grind. But I mean, obviously, he handles it very well. So
And he makes bank.
He makes bang.
We'll be heading to Jersey to see Pauly.
Okay. Vinny cheating. Well, not cheating according to Mom, but was that even cheating, guys? He's at the strip club. I mean, is this now getting out of hand?
I don't
Yes.
consider that cheating. I think they're being dramatic.
Yes.
I mean, it'd be one thing if he was kissing her or touching her romantically, but he literally picked her up and put her down.
Yeah, I don't see that as cheating. I do see in the scenes next week that seems like cheating. But I don't think being playful, and especially if you have an understanding with your girlfriend, which obviously she wasn't too happy about, but I didn't see that as cheating.
No,
I agree.
Whereas like Ronnie was cheating.
And
Isn't it inappropriate though? Maybe not cheating, but it's definitely inappropriate.
Oh, I definitely think it wasn't called for, but
it's something I probably wouldn't be. But see, I'm a different girl.
But it was just funny. He didn't change numbers. He didn't take her home. He didn't even get a lap
like
dance.
I'm the girl that's at the strip club with my man, and if he does it, I'm like, yes, like
Yeah,
let's turn up. Now, if I see you do something inappropriate, like getting numbers, hugging up on her, kissing, then it's like, okay.
What if they just want to be friends?
No.
no, you are never friends with a stripper.
She could be my friend, but why does she need to be your friend?
He wanted to save her. So that's a term, by the way. That's from a
It is.
song.
I say that jokingly, like I want to be saved by like P. Diddy or
Oh,
Pauly D.
But you were saying that's from
There's
a
a song. It's like it's a
wanna be
inappropriate.
saved.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Pretty much saying like you can save a girl.
Listen,
Oh,
do you know how many guys seriously go into strip clubs to save?
Yeah.
You know, I remember there was a professional baseball player, and the wife used to be on Howard Stern all the time, and I forget her name, but he basically pulled that. He was like, "You're too good to be here," and blah blah blah, and he took her out and he married her, and then she
Oh wow!
divorced him.
I'm telling you, Pauly
money.
D. If you would like to save me, you can.
Yes.
So
me too. Sister wives?
hello.
Hey.
I'm fine with that.
What about the Italian mother?
Oh my.
And we were talking earlier, like Vinny, amazing guy, smartest guy, very sensitive. I think he's very kind. The only thing I cautioned you guys is if you're thinking about getting into a relationship with Vinny, just know he's a mommy's boy.
He's a mommy's boy.
And there's there's a price that, right, Nakia, that comes along with
it
that.
does, and Mama really loves her Vinny very much.
Right.
And poor Alicia probably has to deal with this a lot. But what his mother said is something that I heard growing up a lot, and a lot of older people say this: you are single until you're married. So my grandmother used to say it. My friends' grandparents used to say it. So when I heard Vinny's mom say it, I'm like, is this an old person thing?
You know what it is? It's because they all got pushed. That generation got pushed off the cliff.
Yeah.
So soon, early 20s.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, and then they woke up one day and were like, "What?
No.
Like, what is this myth?
missed out on all this fun.
Yeah, like what is this ridiculous myth that we got sold a bag of goods? Like so.
But I've heard it before. It's not new.
Yeah. So I think that generation realizes like, no, live your life, be, as long as possible. Then,
When there's a ring on it, then you're not single.
right.
But it's nothing new.
I have a new way to live now.
I'm just saying.
Learning so much.
You're fine.
It's a
You guys
thing.
are
My
all
friends
fine.
would joke and say, "Oh, that guy's cute," and someone would be like, "They have a girlfriend," and someone would be like, "But they're not. But they're single because they're not
All right,
married."
Kiki,
That's true.
Kiki Boom Boom. Listen, you said earlier you had a friend who was dating, who was married to one of Vinny's besties
Yes.
from that neighborhood.
Yes.
Can you expound?
Yes. So, really good friend of mine, black girl. We grew up together in Boston. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
She would actually love this. She started dating really cool guy, Italian. Him and Vinny are really good friends. Him and Vinny's brothers are really good friends, and they come from the same type of family. Big family, mama's boys. Mom and dad loves them. Big, huge
Okay.
Italian family. I've been to a few parties where his mom literally almost had me move in. They cooked all this food, like literally the best. And my girlfriend was doing her thing. Now they're married, and mom and dad were like, "You guys don't ever have to leave. Like, live here, live in our house, live your best lives." And that's what I loved about the Italian family.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I've never
If
experienced
you're in.
that." If you're
If
in.
you're not in,
If you're not in, I've
ooh.
seen the other side when you're not into an Italian family.
And remember, Italian families are very much like WWE wrestling.
Yes.
They can have a heel turn like
Yes.
that.
And they love her to this day.
But they can turn.
They can.
They
I told
can
her, I'm
turn.
like, girl, you gotta be. But now the baby's there.
Oh.
so
It's
that's
okay.
saving her.
It's okay. But you got to play a perfect
Yeah,
game.
but
you play
they-
a perfect game, they'll do everything for
Exactly. But they all grew up that way. All the boys, the moms, still spoil them to this day.
you. Wow. So again, yeah, if that's what you're looking for, fine. But if you're independent or you got a little attitude, no, you got to fall in line.
Gotta comply.
Personally, I think I'm in.
I'm
I'd be in.
I mean, I'm into a
amazing.
Greek family.
Yeah.
And same thing, but I'm in. So you're totally taken care of.
I'm ready.
Good life.
All right, let's do it. All right, listen. There's a flip side. There are Ronnies out there.
Oh,
Okay.
are there?
But you know what? Before we talk about Ronnie, can we discuss a little podcast? I think
Oh my
actually,
gosh.
our Jersey Shore audience is very much like us. obviously watches the show because I think that some way deep down, we all want to be part of the party. Is it true or not, right?
I agree.
So
Right?
100% true.
Right? And so when we see like those sparklers coming to the club, like you saw me trying to dive into the TV.
We want that life.
I want it so bad. So do you think the audience is like us?
Yes. If you're watching Jersey Shore, you're like us. Yeah.
Juliet, in the booth, is that how you feel? Or is it just you're just watching a train wreck?
No, I want to be part of it.
Right? So I
One
think
day, Kevin, one day.
we all say
We'll
that.
get there.
One
God
day.
damn, one day. We have to do the field trip. We've been talking about it for years. We got to do like a field trip back there. But anyway, when you want that kind of life and you don't have it, maybe there's a nice alternative, a podcast you can listen to maybe make you better.
And this will make you so much better after watching the debauchery of Jersey Shore. Because if you want to learn, have fun, and grow in all areas of your life, we have the podcast just for you guys. Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more, let Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. All you have to do is go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. And be sure to rate and comment. And when you do, guys, let Maria know it was us at the Jersey Shore panel who sent you there.
Holla.
Conversations with Maria Menounos podcast edition. Y'all check it out.
Yes.
Be wholesome.
Check it
really
out,
great.
bitches. And then please, when,
And then
you,
come
when you
back.
comment, you have
Yeah.
to say, we sent you there.
did that. We
AfterBuzz
did
TV,
that.
Jersey Shore. Okay, so you guys, the girls working together. But listen, one more shout out to Mike. When he opened up to Pauly in the car about his arrest in Spain, I mean, think about that's embarrassing, scary, right? To be arrested in Spain, and after post 9/11, you get arrested, they take your passport, all bets are off. It's frightening. I've known people who've been detained for 72 hours, like literally
That's
sitting in a
terrifying.
room
So
for 72 hours.
scary.
Yes. So I felt bad for him, and they talked about why did Jen come at me and Ronnie and Pauly was Pauly usually plays Switzerland, but even he was like, that was kind of wonky. He said if I explained it to Ronnie, he said, situation said, Ronnie wouldn't get it. I'm from the Bronx. I sleep with my pants on. What does that mean?
I think that's Ronnie saying that pretty much like I'm a bad guy. Not a bad guy, but I'm a tough guy.
I'm a tough guy. I can take anything. Come
Pretty
on,
much.
get over it.
I sleep with my, I don't
Not
okay.
validate him for what he's going through.
and I agree.
Like he's from a
Done.
rough area, I can
Got
take
it.
it.
Okay.
And I
He
agree
doesn't
that
follow the norm.
right. Well, and I agree that that's what he would say. Of course, that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, because since he's had a gold Guido spoon in his bum
Yeah.
since this show started when he was in his early 20s. So and then even before that, he didn't seem like he was living the thug life.
No.
No, and he's like the
no,
first one to
he-
cry.
And and
Exactly.
it's demonstrative of somebody who's not mature. We've said
Yeah.
this. When you mature, you grow empathy.
Yes.
Remember the opposite of empathy, guys, is defensiveness. And you see that with
And that
him.
is what he is.
And he goes on the offense too. Anyway, so the girls astutely picked this up. I think it was Snooki. He was like, I'm tired of being stressed about Ronnie.
For Snooki to say that?
Right? Isn't that amazing? And I'm like, ... I love that you're stressed.
We live for
As I
Keep
say,
being
I
stressed.
think this is the best Ronnie, and I want Ronnie to be this best Ronnie
Yeah.
in perpetuity.
I
That's
think
all I
Ronnie
have to
knows
say.
what's up, and I think he knows what the audience wants. But I get that.
I don't think so.
You don't
no,
think
no,
so?
no. Even you guys
I think
mentioned
he
his eyes. Tell me what you said.
He
Oh,
looked
well.
like he was on
Well,
something.
what was it? Whenever he was in the confessional after the strip club, and he kept saying boobies and ass, boobies and ass. He couldn't even look in the camera
he
like
was
straight.
gone.
That guy is on something. Well, even baby mama said on her
She-
Instagram, you can't turn a cokehead into a father.
Right?
Yeah,
So
and it's
I think
definitely
she
not
put it out
alcohol.
there. I think there's something other
Right? And then-
influencing him.
And I think, remember, he was up all that night. And we all called shenanigans
Yes.
on him staying up and drinking that whole night.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
You
definitely
know.
on something. But to be stressed out again, because when they seen it first, it was with him and Sam. Now it's him and Jen. Him season 2 might be him and someone else.
They noticed. They said they made it. They said he's different with her than Sam. What do you think they meant by that, and how do you think that he's different with Jen than Sam?
I think he was more in love with Sam. I don't think there was more of a connection, kind of.
Yeah.
He got a little more crazy over her too when he saw
Right.
some of those scenes in the
'Cause he was in
past
love.
season. He was in love.
And again, young 8th grader in love, but still in love.
I think there's more similarities between them, but with Jen, I feel
agree.
like she's pretty girl. He's just kind of like, maybe it's more surface. They don't really know each other,
They
like
don't
he
know each
said.
other.
They don't
I
know
think
each other.
he's bored with Jen. Honestly. I think he's bored.
I thought at the beach day, if you saw him sitting under the cabana, he looked very excited.
He was like no, they look
He looks
miserable.
miserable. I think I think he knows he doesn't love her.
Yeah.
And I think he was so in love with Sam. That's why they were so volatile. Because like when you're crazy in love,
Crazy
like
in love.
everything is just amplified. And
Yes.
I just don't think he likes Jen that much. No offense.
No,
to
I think he
her.
just got caught up and she got pregnant and he's trying to do the right thing, quote unquote.
How awkward was it to be in that van when she said, "Has he been a good boy?" And you can tell, like, Jenny especially is such a good girl.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to lie.
And
But
they're
she's
getting to
also
know
still
her. And they
solid
like
family
her.
chick, so she doesn't want to.
Right.
Yeah, and she says that, I don't want to, I hate that I'm getting to know her and I'm liking her because now
Yeah.
I feel like a heel.
Ronnie he's lucky that the girls didn't actually snitch or say anything, especially like Adina, someone who he's been butting heads with this whole time.
Right.
Yeah, but Aunt Dina wouldn't do that.
Aunt
She's the
Dina in
cool
the
aunt.
corner?
Yeah, but she's the cool aunt.
I'm the
though.
cool aunt.
Right?
Yeah.
Aunt Dina wouldn't do that.
Jenny definitely would.
Would.
And I know it was hard for Jenny and Snooki. not to
JWoww
say-
would?
I think she would.
I don't know, guys.
But like in a loving way.
I don't think
so.
she.
You don't
No,
think so?
'cause
I don't
she's
think she-
family first.
Yeah, and I think from what they went through in the past with leaving that note to
Yeah.
Sammy, she was like, I'm not going to get myself punched
Punched in the face
Right.
again, right? And I also think, which again shows her
Yeah.
growth, but then also Italian culture, mafia culture, is you never let someone outside the family.
Yep.
You never tell them what's going on. You also don't discipline. You don't let someone outside the family discipline. So cops, whatever, internally you discipline.
Right.
And that's what she did. So she didn't. She buttoned her lip.
Love her.
But then at the end, she was like, "Okay, now Ronnie, now we're gonna talk."
Yeah.
So
didn't rat.
we'll talk about that later. Jen and Ronnie. So at the strip club, he's miserable, and he's miserable. He has to go home. I mean, dude, your wife's pregnant. It's a loud, smoky bar that's not even healthy to be around.
The fact that
I mean,
he
like,
even
right?
expected her to stay that long, or even, Ronnie, she is pregnant with your child.
God forbid an altercation happens. God forbid there's a fight and she has
Right?
to run. You're going to be responsible because this girl is pregnant with your baby.
child.
You can't be responsible for 2 days.
I will say
Yeah.
this is where young men are. What young men are like. Older men would know better, hopefully, but more than likely. But a young guy is going to be like that. Snooki, of course, because I've said before, like this affects Snooki's life. She because she has kids and she knows she
Right.
should go home and be with your baby's mother.
Yeah.
And off he goes. And then we have the beach, which, he's bored out of his mind there. And
Miserable.
then the
Yeah.
dinner, you guys, 7 months in, you're supposed to be like head over heels, hot for each other,
Goo goo
excited.
gaga.
Yeah.
Especially with the
fun.
baby. But the fact
Like-
is, like, they didn't either one of them smile once. Like, they haven't seen each other in weeks, but they aren't even happy.
No. So, have you guys been in relationships like this?
Yes.
Where it's just dead?
Yes, but I'm not going 7 months. Like if it's dead, it's dead. I'm cutting it off.
I think when there's so much fighting, it becomes like that because there's so much tension between you two. And it's just like,
Right, and with every relationship I've had like that, it's a fight, and then you just give up.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to deal with it, so you just sit in awkward
I get
silence
bored
and say,
quickly.
well,
No, and I've been in the ones where it's just played out. There was a sexual attraction, and then we confuse that to think it should be a relationship, and then just boredom.
there's like no
Crickets at the table.
Because that's what it is. They're
chemistry,
bored.
right.
Yeah.
They probably have amazing sex, but other than that, what conversations do they
Right.
have?
What is there?
But Ronnie's not the deepest guy, so what can you talk
But
to
like
him about?
even like you think about him and Sam,
Oh.
like I see if
I
they
see
went to
more-
dinner, at least they
yeah.
have a conversation. Like
Yeah, no. Well,
There's
you guys
just
hit on that.
nothing.
Him and Sam were more compatible.
Yeah, they were.
I agree.
Now, does anyone here think the fact that Jen is 95% Great Britain? Do you think that? No, does that affect anything? I'm serious.
Can you speak brand? That's what I wanna know.
why does she think that?
What's that?
Like how do
That's
you
not
even
a-
think that?
when
That's a thing.
When I heard her say that, I'm like, she's in. She's in.
She's made
Because she's a long lost relative of the queen.
Other than Vinny, who has probably has an average IQ, so
Yes.
Vinny is always the one who goes, no, actually, Great
I
Britain's
love him
not
for
a
that.
language. But notice how the table reacted. Oh, interesting.
And the accent. Well, let me do an accent.
Can you speak Great Britain? So
Vinny's the only one with common sense, but he's also the only one in the IFF.
Oh, he is a
IFF
full member.
Since getting in trouble, but he is the only
IFF.
one who can literally call someone out and say, no, that's not what
Side
it is, guys.
note is Pauly, not only, we know he's the most successful, we know he's the most grounded, he's also the funniest on the show.
Amazing.
So
That's why I don't get why he's single, because he's so funny.
That's why he's single.
But the thing is,
Because we want to be single.
He
He's
wants
so
to be
excited.
single.
He loves his life. You guys all want to be
amazing.
husband up, and then we get sucked into it, and then we go, "What happened?"
Yeah.
He's winning.
hashtag winning.
He's living his best life. Even when he was dating Aubrey O'Day that time, and I thought that was weird that
tried
they
to
were
tie
dating.
him
She tried to
down.
tie him down, and I'm like, girl, no.
Pauly D positivity.
Yes.
He lives life in the moment. He's like, I'm here. I'm gonna have fun. I don't
Can
care if
we-
I'm the only single one.
what was it when he made the chain of Vinny's face?
Oh my goodness.
What is it? The
What-
explanation.
The explanation
The
chain.
explanation face.
The
He's
explanation
one,
face.
he's a great best friend to have.
And
I'm
did
not
you
my
see
friend.
Vinny's miserable face when he was on that call? Again, it's like, why?
It's like they're
Why do-
they're
Just
at
wait
this
till you're
point,
old men.
yeah, where they're crossing
Wait till
that
you're old
bridge.
men, and then retire with, the title.
I think because like millennials, we get into this phase when we turn 30, we're like, oh, we must be
Yeah,
married.
it's not millennials. That's a lifelong thing. That's been going
Yeah.
on forever.
And it's like, just relax, guys. You're only 31, 32, and they
Well,
get in these
I
relationships.
think it's more the
and-
girls that are
well.
like that. And I think, but a guy, listen, you'll get
True.
sucked in, you fall in love, and then they just wear you down. I'm watching. We have people who work here, and I'm watching them. All these studs that work here that are total cocksmen. All being worn down by their girlfriends.
that ball and chain.
Oh my God.
And I'm watching it and going, I've seen this before.
That's why I'm single. Live your best life,
Yeah,
y'all.
live your well. Okay, Pauly is living his best life. So
Definitely is.
we say goodbye to Jen,
Bye, Jen.
and this is where Mother JWoww, who is the mother of the house, says, "Okay, she left. You know, I had to bite my tongue, be borderline dishonest with her, but now we're gonna talk." And she just lays it out in the healthiest, smartest, most amazing way.
She is the queen,
Right?
and she.
You guys were all
I
cheering
think
when she spoke.
She summed it up absolutely perfectly when she spoke about Ronnie's daughter, and she said, "You will not want to be what you are right now in your daughter's life."
Yes.
Right? And she said, my daughter, you
Yeah.
know, is whoever they date, she's going to be number one.
And she pretty much just told him, look, if this is not what you want, then just say that. Don't string this girl along. Don't lie. Don't sit here and do all these lies. Get straight to the point. And Jenny pretty much said what everybody was thinking, and that's what Pauly said.
And then Pauly's like, yeah, but people like franchise, and sometimes you cheat,
cheat on your diet.
You cheat on your
And
diet.
it's takeout.
It's takeout. But she did it perfectly, and that's why she is the matriarch of this family. She always
is.
has been.
Yep.
She's a great mother, and I love that she's such a great friend. Because she told him, she's like, I'm going to be your friend and tell you the truth. Cut it out, Ron. Grow up.
And he's getting mad. But I love that she's bringing it because he's not gonna.
No.
He'll fight with Dina. He may fight with Snooki. I don't think he'll fight.
No.
He
He's
won't
He's a
fight
little
Jenny.
scared of JWoww.
I think he is too. He didn't even have any good comebacks. He was just like, you don't get it.
I think everyone's
like-
scared of
Now
Jenny.
remember, if he is, except for Sammi, which was so
Except for
interesting,
Sammi.
right? Which was so interesting, which is why I can't wait for next season because I believe she will be back. But now the other mention is if Ronnie is using, okay, if he's sedating himself with something other than alcohol, there's gonna be a pressure cooker in him too.
Oh, yes.
You know, there's gonna be more reactions coming out of him, which all should be very interesting. You guys, what do you think? Should we go to the news, or do we want to keep hashing it out? Anything I left out?
I think
Going
we
right.
hit
Let's
it
go get some
all.
news, because I got some pretty...
Let's
Juicy news.
Hey, my little meatballs. I just love saying that. And also, I love meatballs, so that's probably
Love
it.
meatballs.
I love
Doesn't.
Italian food. I'm honorary Italian. So our guy Ronnie had a pretty crazy week last week. We talked about him and Jen fighting, but this week it looks like him and Jen were on the Insta snaps and the Instagram, and they were working out together. So it looks like he's moved back into the house. We see on Ronnie's Instagram that they are at True Fusion Blue Diamond getting their bods back, after the baby. And I think the baby's like a few weeks
Interesting.
old. Yeah.
On
like
a
a
shallow
common
note, does her body look like it's coming back?
She looks amazing. So she
good. Yeah,
posted
she
this
looks
really cool
good.
photo of Cinco de Mayo where she's holding her baby. It looks like she was never pregnant.
Wow,
She-
can we
she looks
do that?
bomb.
I
You can find
don't
it.
have that one.
It's
but
on her
It is on her
Instagram.
Instagram.
It's on her Insta.
It's on her Instagram. But she's been in the gym and she's been in the gym with Ronnie. So after he apologized, it looks like he's back in the house.
A couple things here. We know he's passive aggressive, right? We know that he goes back and forth like a pendulum, right? When he's connected to somebody, he did it with Malika.
Yep.
And when on famous celebrity,
Famously Single.
famously
Famously
single,
Single.
and then he did it with Sammi for I don't know 7 years. You also have to remember too. We don't know how much money he may owe
True.
in this, right? You have to take that into consideration. He's now coming into more money because of this show. He's getting paid. I know his annual salary has bumped up now because of what he makes on this show. I don't buy that he was making a lot of money. He would probably dispute that beforehand. Now he's making good chunk of changes to the show. Way more opportunities are going to come in because he's killing it on this show.
Yes.
So now, and remember when they generally speaking, I don't know what the Vegas laws are like, but when it comes to allotting money for child support, right? They're going to base it on what you're making now.
Wow.
They don't base it on what you made 2 years ago. That's what's messed up. And we've seen this in Hollywood too, where you'll have a great earning year, and that's the year they base it on. And we see guys, they don't earn like that after, and that's why they get croaked, because they're like, I'm not making that kind of money anymore. They have to go back to court, try to get the judges to, reopen the cases. So, do you guys think that's figuring in?
Well, funny that you say that, Kevin, because
Oh boy.
What happened?
reportedly, now this is allegedly, this was reported on Daily Mail. Ronnie does not think baby Ariana Sky might be his. The Jersey Shore star wants to undergo paternity test following his bitter split with Jen Hartley. In Touch has reported that they only been dating for a few months, and when Jen discovered she was pregnant, an insider told the magazine pals are telling him to get a paternity test.
But he then followed up with that on his Snap story. So he screenshot this and put hashtag fake news, fake news,
Okay.
fake news. So is he being defensive? Is it true? Is it not? Is he trying to throw people
I was
off?
gonna say, is it a thing where he got into this really bad fight with Jen and he's telling his friends, I don't think the baby's mine.
Right,
Yes,
Now they're in a
'cause he's
good
so
place.
immature.
Hashtag fake news, Jen. Don't believe that.
Well, listen,
Right.
she's in Vegas. She's a stripper. It's easy to make that assumption, and I think it's. I don't know why. I have a feeling it's hers, but I have nothing to base it on.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's his.
It's his baby.
Do you think she's on the come up though? Like she kind of got pregnant from him because Pauly D had someone get pregnant from him too. So I mean, is
that's
this
a girl.
all?
That's a girl question. You guys answer that. No, because I hear that all the time.
She's trying to shake him down. I
mean,
mean, I
I think you're on something.
I've known girls who are very open about
Yeah.
that. They're like, nope.
And
I
like Kev
want
said, she'll be getting a pretty good child
She's
support
she's
check
getting a
now.
good chunk of
18 years,
change.
put your feet up, and then she has another kid. So
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and you're
He's
make
gonna benefit.
and you can make so much money off that. That baby, your other one's fine now. So I mean,
So he cheats on you. You might as well stick with him
Hey,
because
honestly.
that's
Well,
what
cheaper to keep.
maybe.
well, if she doesn't stick with him, then she could at least get child support as
Yes.
well. A lot of the women. I've known a lot of women in Hollywood who stay with the guy because they like being Mrs. So-and-so. They don't want to lose that status.
Oh,
that meme.
Because it goes away.
Yeah.
You have the money, but you're out of the circles. So no more being invited to things, no more, it's over. So you never know. And this is why even 90 Day Fiance, all those couples, it's like most of them are still, all of them, I think almost all of them are still together,
Yeah.
except for the one way older lady who it was ridiculous. Like, you know the one I'm talking about. But here's the thing. I wonder how much being on TV has them together, because now you lose that.
Yeah, you
when
lose
you're
that status.
When you're Georgia and Fisa from 90 Day Fiance, if you watch it, and it's like this crazy young Russian girl and like batshit crazy narcissist. Like it's almost like if you can imagine an evil Snooki, it's like an evil Snooki. If you
Oh
can
my
imagine.
goodness.
And then and the thing is, can't see any sexual attraction with them. She only wanted a money guy. He acted like he had money. He doesn't have any.
Right.
But they're still together. But why? Separated. There's gonna be no more TV, no more attention, no more. So you wonder how much that figures in.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So I think on his
interesting.
end, he's always super connected to these
Yeah.
women and can't get away. He's passive aggressive and literally until the show ends, that's the only time he can seems like he can make the break. That's 1, 2. It may be checks he has to write, and then on her end, it's. Maybe she wants. Look at it. You said her numbers went to 150 grand. There's no way she was 150,000 before the show.
No, she was not.
It went up, and she has so many fans.
She's benefiting from this.
She is.
Right? I think all of them.
A social handle on Instagram?
It's something Kitty. I know it's
Yeah,
not
that's
that
it.
one.
That's Tater.
Okay, so I have one pulled up. Tater Tot Kitty.
Oh, she has another one
has
now.
another
She changed
one.
her name.
Alrighty, that one only has 2 posts. I was just wondering, what is the one now?
Hang on, I follow her.
Yeah.
What's the next? news
Okay,
item
so
while
while
we're
you guys
looking
look
it up?
talking about someone who's out the circle, all girl Sammi Sweetheart looks to be not having any regrets. A source said Sammi isn't regretting her decision to go back on the show at all. She knew if she went back, it would be toxic, an insider told US Weekly. She was watching the episode with Ronnie and his girlfriend, and a source says she is so happy that she didn't do the show now. She's happy with her life, that she has moved on with her boyfriend. He is the one. They have a great life together.
Wow. Snaps for
So do you
Sam.
guys think, I think if that were a guy, guys would do the show anyway.
Yep.
If they even if they were deeply in love, because business is business. But I think a woman is going to be more apt to say, I'm not going to lose the love of my life over this. And most guys are insecure. I think I said this before,
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars. If you knew how many female stars didn't do the show because their husbands were like, and boyfriends like, no, because they couldn't handle it.
That's
Worse,
sad.
they're worse than the girls. So I don't know. I'm wondering. Maybe she doesn't come back. You guys.
I know.
What do you think?
Kind of scared. I want her to come back, and maybe she's just going through the motions where she's watching it live. But when someone actually talks to her, she might just think about popping up for season 2.
I don't think she's gonna risk it.
You don't think so?
I think
she
it would
seems
depend
really
on
in
how
love.
much.
Like if she can bring the boo.
Maybe we'll get
It's funny.
paid.
We interviewed her at AfterBuzz years ago, and she had missed the show so much. She was like, I miss going.
Really?
But that was years ago. But now she has the love of her life, and she's thinking family. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. And then
it's
also,
tough.
Then there's finances too. Is this guy super successful? Hopefully he is. If he isn't, there's a big fat paycheck waiting for her. Multiple ones if she goes back on the show. So
They need to bring them both on.
They do.
I agree.
I'm
I think
here
that
for
I
it.
would live for
So
it.
we are here for Mama JWoww, and she's always giving the best advice. But her baby daddy / husband gave some really
Roger.
cool advice. Shout out to Roger. A fan asked him, "What do you think about Ron's situation, Roger?" And Roger says, "I think for people to judge the wholeness of a man based on a minuscule glimpse into his life is presumptuous. Ron's probably going through the hardest time in his life right now, and on top of it, the world is judging, as they have to do right now. I don't condone his actions or behavior. However, I know he's redeemable soul, and some just aren't. He's always been an emotional being, and he just needs to learn better. He just needs to learn better how to control it. I've also, sorry, this is Roger's writing. I've also one of those beings praying for better days ahead. Glass houses.
Hashtag glass houses.
Wow. Okay, Roger.
So in other words, don't throw stones. Is that what you're
Exactly. So I love him and JWoww.
I love
together.
that.
At the end of the old series, we were saying they were the mother and father.
Yeah.
And we all believe that she was in the video when Ron was fighting with the girlfriend and they were
Yep.
breaking up, which means if JWoww was in that video and was at the house helping Ronnie pack, that means Roger's super tight and entwined. That's
Yeah.
like their little brother.
Yeah, they
I
love
can
him.
see that.
Yeah.
They love him. But off of Ronnie news, a little bit of positivity. Last but not least, the situation, aka the inspiration. He celebrated being 28 months sober, aka
Hey.
2 years
Love
sober.
that.
We're so proud of Mike. We do still think he's in the sunken place.
Yeah,
but we're happy for
28
sobriety.
months in the sunken place.
Hey.
Well, they probably needed him drunk and whatever when they took him, and that's why he was so easy to hypnotize.
Hey.
Right? But then the new being that came in his body, right?
Exactly.
Was
So
clearly he can resist alcohol.
we are here
So-
for the inspiration.
Inspiration.
And that's
Love
all I got for you
him.
guys.
in the sunken place. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Let's go to predictions for next week.
Before we do, I do
What?
have this beautiful picture.
Look at her.
Look at her butt after a baby.
Looking better than a lot of 20-year-olds with old babies.
Okay.
Her butt is on point.
Just had that baby.
164,000 followers.
And 27,000 likes
And
on that
this
photo.
is Jen. This is Jen, Ronnie's baby mama.
Yep.
Wow.
I think you're right, Kev. I think her status and his status is giving her new fans. And
That's
I don't think she's going anywhere
right?
anytime soon.
So it's very alluring.
yeah.
It is.
It
It is.
Especially millennial culture. as we
Yeah,
know.
you want that status. You want to get into the
all
clubs.
we wanna be is
Come
Insta
on.
famous.
You want those followers.
Right.
Those million followers.
Oh, these girls. Jersey
Women.
Shore.
Guys, let's go to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
All right, y'all. I predict that Mike is being poked so much that him and Ronnie are going to have it out. I believe Ron's substances and him using, aka bothering the situation, and the situation is going to give it to him one good time. I do believe there was a story that we put out about Vinny breaking up with his girlfriend, but he claimed it had nothing to do with the show. I think it had something to do with the show, and I think Vinny is going to cheat.
Next week. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I definitely agree with you, Nakia, that Vinny is gonna cheat, and I think he's gonna take his mom's advice, and he's just gonna go full-fledged all
Thank
out.
God. Just do it.
Live your best life.
Right.
More delicious.
I agree. I think Vinny has been, I think they've put it so much in his head, you're a cheater, you're a cheater. When you're told it so much, you're going to do it. So I think he cheats. I also think, actually, I know for a fact Angelina is coming back next week. We will see her, but I don't think it's going to be as dramatic.
No.
I think it's going to be like, it's been so long. They're going to be like, what the heck? And then it's going to be like, well, here you are.
Okay, question. Why wouldn't MTV tease that in the previews?
That's what I think
why-
it's supposed to be a surprise. I honestly think it's supposed to be some sort of surprise.
Is she gonna be on for like a couple episodes, or is it just gonna be like a one-time thing?
I've had some conversations with her via Twitter, and it seems like it's just one episode. But she did tell me MTV is having her do a press tour, so that makes me wonder: is she going to announce season
next
two?
season.
Season 2 is going to be lit.
It's gonna be lit.
It would be because it's talk about taking water and just putting in a cup of oil.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's not even like a new person who can kind of get to know. I mean, she is nothing like them. She did from day one never got it, never got the value of the show.
What they call her a trash bag.
Oh, that trash bag! I loved that thing.
Well, but even, do you guys remember her first episode?
Ooh.
Way back.
She was like, the Staten Island Kardashian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and
she was.
I'm a bartender.
she was
I don't
a lot.
take orders from anybody, and this is just a stupid show, and I'm out of it. And she just never, she never realized like, wow, this is a huge opportunity, and kind of was like, no, I'm
better
she
than
never-
you are.
yeah, and
She never formed a friendship with any of
Right.
them.
Yeah.
They started getting
Right.
close, and she just wanted nothing of it. So then she got kicked to the curb.
Can
And,
Bye-bye.
and
you blame
I
him?
mean, I hope they have the power to force her in there. Remember this team though, they can form such an alliance. So that's why I think one episode would do it, because I swear to God they'd be like, we don't want you here.
Right.
They literally, I could see them breaking down the fourth wall and going to producers like, no, we don't want this.
Yeah.
We'll all leave.
Oh my.
You know what I mean? They
Interesting.
could
Yeah,
all-
because she didn't really leave on great terms.
now, if I'm Sally Salsano, the producer, then I grab them all and go, hey, guys, come on, shut the cameras off. Get over here.
Yeah.
Okay? It's TV. It's going to make great TV. I'm sorry it takes you out of your comfort zone, but like every week, we can't be doing the same. How much, we don't.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did those last 3 seasons of the first run. It got to be the same thing over and over again. A lot of that was a snooze fest. So it will be interesting. So my prediction is
wait.
I think Vinny cheats. I don't think there might be little situation, Ronnie, tension, but I don't think anything that pays off, because I think they would have teased it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because think about it, every week they give us a big tease, make us go, oh my God, we didn't
Yeah.
get that this week. So I'm nervous that there might not be anything there. We might have another, just a little bit more of a chill episode. And then I think the following week, it'd be the boom. Anyway, I think cabs are here, guys.
Cabs are here.
Cabs are here. Kiki Boom Boom, where do we find you?
You guys can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
And you guys can find me all over social media at Stacey Olivas.
And guys, you can find me Morganlicious at Morgan_Willett.
Wait, now, let's go down the board. What are you guys doing here at AfterBuzz? What other shows?
Hey, so after this, I'm doing a Shondaland show called Fire. It's a fire show. Because I'm in such a Jersey mind. So to go to a Shondaland show after this, it's a little tough. I'm also doing Teen Mom, another MTV show.
yeah.
Whoop, whoop, another hot mess. So check me out on Monday on Teen Mom.
Yes, and I'm doing Vanderpump Rules, another crazy hot mess.
You guys, no surprise, 2 of our top 10 shows.
Hey!
Morgie, what else?
And then I host the Dancing with the Stars Athlete Edition. So that's Mondays. Also catch me on AfterBuzz Weekly. I'm going to tell you what AfterBuzz is doing every single week.
Nice.
You know what? I do AfterBuzz TV Billions, where I have to put on a suit and be a little bit more serious. And I do AfterBuzz TV Bar Rescue, and you can check me out on the Tomorrow Show. Juliet.
Bye.
Yay, thanks for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.